What is up, everyone? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video for my channel today. I have a pretty good one. We're going to be talking about a digital deadbolt. It is the TEEHO TE002 digital fingerprint keypad deadbolt. It is a very, very great value. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about all its things that it can do. It's a really good item for what it is, and I was really surprised at the value that I picked it up. So we're going to talk about it today. It is a deadbolt. So should be quick and easy. I'm not going to show you how to install it, but I will give you a few tips on that. And so we're going to get all into it. I want to make sure that I got it on. I tested it for a little while. It's got about 2 weeks of use, and so far so good. So today we're going to be talking about the TEEHO model number TE002 digital fingerprint keypad deadbolt. Thank you for watching DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you've never tuned in, just know that I love to do reviews. I'm here because of you guys, so thank you so much. Please join the Martini Nation. We are steadily growing. We hit 5,000 subscribers. I want to keep growing. I want to hit 10,000 subscribers, guys. 10,000 subscribers, and I will do some really cool giveaway or something if we can hit 10,000. So let's keep going. And so thank you so much for growing this DJ Martini Nation that we have. It's a great community with really cool reviewers and really cool watchers, and I'm just here to help. I'm just trying to give information, do an honest review, give it to you as easy as possible, do that research for you so you don't have to, and then leave some links in case you're interested in some of the products that we talk about. So thank you so much, guys. One more time, thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. And let's just continue to grow. So thank you, all to you. Thanks. TEEHO TE002 digital fingerprint keypad. $57.99 on Amazon right now. It gets 4.4 stars. It has over 10,000 reviews or ratings, and 10,000 plus. So, and they're 4.4 stars. It also has been rated by the ANSI grade 3, which is your basic grade. It's the lowest grade. It goes from 3 to 1. So it's not a 1, but it's a grade 3. But at least it's actually been certified by this third-party company, the American National Standards Institute, as a grade 3 product, which is a basic product, but it's telling you that it's actually a decent product that's been third-party graded. So very, very cool there. And like I said, for the price point that you're getting it, about $49 right now, I think it's a great value when you compare that to other companies that are selling similar things from $60 to $130. You do get a couple more bells and whistles with some of those products, but at the same time, this is 50 bucks. And so it has a lot of those extra features that you want, and then maybe one that it's missing, but you can still pick it up. There's a few different models of this. They have a basic keypad that just has the keypad and the deadbolt, and that's $34, which is extremely cheap in my opinion. I was actually thinking about getting that one, but I upgraded. I kind of wanted to test out that fingerprint pad and see how good it was for $49, and we're going to get into that in a second. And they also have another model that has an app that's included, so you can actually open your door through the app as well. It's a little bit more expensive. It's about $99. But that's pretty comparable with other models out there, like I said. And so very, very cool. I think they're great price points, and so far it's been a pretty good product for me. Only 2 weeks of use, but still worked, installed, and everything pretty well so far. So what can you expect with this? Well, it does have 3 colors. It has a matte black, an oil bronze rub is what they're calling it, and a satin nickel finish. I'll kind of flash some pictures of what those look like. And so it does come in those 3 colors. So you definitely can find a notch for your house if you're looking for certain colors and things like that, which I did like. And especially since mine has an oil bronze type look, I was really happy to find it in that. All right, so it does have a biometric fingerprint pad on it. And so you can get fingerprint. It has smart locking. It's got auto locking. It's got they say, Monday through Friday, certain hours, customer service, so you can call them and find it. It did come with a lot of cool stuff in the box that you need for installation, and instructions were pretty well, especially for, an overseas product like this that I thought maybe, it's one page of instructions and it's really confusing. You weren't going to figure it out. Well, that was not the case. There's really good detailed instructions that I'll show you, and everything that you need was in the box. that I needed. Now, I will go into my install a little bit later when I'm showing you the lock. Other than that, a lot of cool things. You know, it can hold up to 20 fingerprints or 20 codes. So you know, either or. I know I already have, you know, like 4 fingerprints put in there on mine, and we just have one code, but you can actually give a code to each person. You could have multiple codes. I don't know if that's the most secure thing, is having all these different codes out there, but you can program it. You can have a one-time code. So if you just want to give it to somebody that needs to get into your house one time, you can give them a one-time code. You put that code in, and then it will delete itself, which is pretty cool, like I said. So it has a lot of cool features. Now, it is IP54 rated for weather. So, you know, that could be a downfall because it's dust-proof, splash-proof, but it's not rain-proof. So if your door is in a place where it's going to be actually getting rained on, that might not be the best place for it, because it's not rainproof rated. It's not. It's only IP54, which is dust and splashes of water can get on it, but not constant rain. You might have some issues with that, and so something to look into. I actually have a glass door, and then I have my door behind it, and so it's not going to take on weather that bad. It's going to take heat, and so I'm kind of concerned about that. See how the longevity for that will be, but so not rainproof. So something to put out there. Go in the box, you'll actually get the lock itself, and it does show the kind of colors. You got your satin nickel here, you have your flat black, and then you have your oiled bronze right there. You can't really see the color different, and like I said, I'll show some pictures, but it did come in a nice box. It did come with a little warranty card. Does have the exact, and I'm going to flash this on there, dimensions on there for what you need. I did notice that on my door, the deadbolt hole was a little bit small, so I did have to Dremel it out just a hair, just a little bit, because it seemed to be a little bit bigger than what I needed. It wasn't super major, but I did have to Dremel it out a little bit just to make the size correct. And like I said, it has an installation manual and a user manual, which is really cool. So this is an installation manual. It tells you exactly all the accessories you'll have. It shows you, you know, the size that you do. It actually shows you how to take the unit apart, because there was a little trick that I was like, how does this attach to this, and that kind of thing. But I was able to figure it out. It does have 2 keys, of course, as your backup. We'll go through that a little bit later. And then it does have the install manual. There is a, you know, has how to unlock it, lock it, your auto lock. We'll go over that real. It does have a programming code that has a universal code for when you're first programming it. That will be in the instructions here, and then it definitely shows you detailed ways here how to program it. So very, very cool here. And you can reset it. It does have a reset key right here. So basically you can reset it. It is on the back side, of course, and you do have to have take the batteries out and do a couple things to do that. It has some accessory screws and stuff. I didn't need to use everything because I was actually able to use some of the strike plates from my old lock, and some of the things still worked. But for the most part, I did have to change out the actual deadbolt itself, the front and back, of course, and it does take 4 AA batteries. Has extender. It can be reset. Like I said, if you run into some issues, you can reset it to factory conditions and those types of things. So a lot of stuff there, but let's go ahead and go to the lock. We're going to take a look at it and show you what it can do. All right, everybody, we are back here with the TEEHO digital deadbolt here, and you can see that it looks pretty good. I love it. Matches right up with my doorknob here. You can see that you do have a key. I'm not going to show you. It does work with the key. No issues there. It does have your keypad. You have 1 through 9 and 0. This is your main like little push button, but you don't have to use that all the time, which is kind of cool, and we'll show you some things there. There is a code that you can put in to open the door, of course. I'm not going to show that. But I will show you the fingerprint pad here. It does work pretty good. It has been in the sun, and so it is kind of hot right now. And so I was telling you about that heat, that it does get direct sun where my house is here, so it is pretty hot. But you can see that it is working if I were to use my fingerprint. and you can see that lock automatically goes, and it clicks. I will show you too that it does have a automatic auto lock. So you come in, you close your door, you can physically lock it on the other side, or in about 60 seconds, whatever you program it, up to 99 seconds, uh, it will auto lock for you. So it's going to lock the door for you. And so we can go ahead and show that here real quick. Here's the back side of my door here. And you can see that here's the lock right here, and it shows you exactly, the lock to turn, and it will go both ways. But if your door's left-handed, it goes this way, and if it'll be right-handed, you'll be able to go all the way that way. But it's locked right now; you can't go that way, uh, depending on which door side you are. But you will notice that this will lock here in a few more seconds. I think I have mine programmed for 60 seconds, but you see that it did automatically lock, and it did go basically all the way, which is nice. So very, very cool. Now I will show you the back side here, and you do have 4 AA batteries that you will have to install here. And it says, of course, do not load the batteries before installing the lock. That's because you don't want anything turning or anything like that. You have you're going to actually put a physical plate behind here, and underneath these screws, there's 2 screws that are going to screw into that plate, and then this screw is also going to screw into that plate, and that's what secures this to the door. And then on the other side too, there's going to be 2 physical screws that screw in to the other side of the lock, and that's what's going to hold that front piece in. And I can show you a quick picture of that, but you can see that the deadbolt doesn't go all the way in, and we're good to go there. But you can physically turn the lock as well and lock it yourself. So it works pretty good. Not too much to show other than that. Like I said, pretty cool. The only other thing you should know is the reset. See if I can get that to focus. Is right here. There's a little hole right there, and you can see RES, and that's where you would reset it as well. So very, very cool. If you just change the batteries, that's not going to reset it. So you'll just have to reset the batteries, and that's it. But pretty cool device. The only other thing I'll show you guys is on the door itself again. Now, most other devices, you would actually have to physically put the code in to lock it, but this, you can just hold the main button for 2 seconds and it locks the door. So there's no reason to put your code in to lock the door, which is nice. Kind of like a little anti-peeking thing that you don't have to put the code in to lock the door. You only have to put the code in to open the door. And so I can open that with the fingerprint again. Oh, sorry, I'm using the wrong hand here, which is, proof that it's really scanning that fingerprint. But you can actually hold any button 2 seconds to lock the door. Very cool there. All right, let's give you pros and cons and let you guys out of here. All right, everybody, let's wrap this video up on the TEEHO TE002 digital fingerprint keypad deadbolt in negatives and positives. Positives for sure. There's a couple things I want to go over with you in the user's manual that I just want to talk about. So they're definitely positives. So it's more features that you guys are going to get. Of course, the master code has a master code that you'll be able to use to program your new code in. And so it's in the instruction manual. You just have to take a look at it. It does have the fingerprint unlock part, which works really good. You guys saw, no problem. Just got to make sure you use the same finger every time and you're good to go. The auto lock is very, very cool. You can program that from 0 seconds to all the way to 99 seconds. I think I have mine programmed for about 60 seconds. And so you close your door and it will auto lock for you, which is a really cool little feature that you will never forget to lock your door, which is very cool. It has a one-touch lock, like I said, to keep it easy. I love that because you don't have to put the code in to physically lock it, is what I thought would be something that you would have to do, but you just hold any button on the keypad and it will physically lock it after like 2 seconds. So very, very cool. Hold it for 2 seconds and boom, it's going to auto lock for you. You don't have to put the code in. You don't have to show your code again, which is very cool. It does have a limit for wrong entries, 10 times unsuccessful, and it will lock down for about 3 minutes. Or if you physically, well, I know if you're locked out, that's not going to help you, but if you physically are in the inside and maybe your kid had messed with it 10 times, you can just open it, close it by physically moving the deadbolt, and it'll reset that for you. So very cool. It does have a silent mode. If you don't like those beeps or tones, you can turn those on and off by enabling it a certain way. Once again, it's in the instructions. Has a vacation mode. Enabling the vacation mode will restrict all user codes and fingerprints until the master code is entered into the keypad. If it is unlocked by the thumb turn from the inside, a lock alarm will sound. So it does have an alarm on it, which is kind of cool. On the vacation mode, once again, you can enable it. So if you have just one code, it's the master code, then it's not going to really help you too much because that's your master code. But if you had a bunch of codes for other users that they use, then it's gonna prevent them from coming in until that master code is used. So if everybody has their own code, I could see how that could work for you. But if you just have one code that everybody uses, then that's a master code, and it's not going to do too much on vacation mode unless it's turned somehow someone else gets into your house from the inside and turns your lock. Then an alarm's going to sound, which is kind of cool because that means they've actually physically broken into your house through a window or something else, and at least that's some kind of alarm that you'll have when they try to exit through the front door. So kind of cool. The one-time passcode, which is cool if you want to give somebody a code and be like, hey, just leave it on my doorstep, I'll give you a one-time passcode. They're going to put that code in. Once they leave, your door's going to automatically lock, and then that code's not going to work again. So it's very, very cool. Anti-peeping passcode, which means you can put a couple numbers on the front side of your code or the back side of your code. I haven't really tested this out, but it's a cool theory that you're going to be able to put some numbers in before you put that code in and or after. So if people are peeping your code, they're not going to know exactly what code you're using, which is kind of cool. So those are just some extra features, really cool. The user manual, like I said, is very, very good. It does have the code to take you to their website, to take you to the videos. I will leave you a link for the videos myself because I did have some issues going to their website, trying to get the videos. Just took a long time to get there. It's a lot easier if I just leave you a link straight to YouTube and you can take a look at their installation or their programming manuals as well. But they do have the codes all over. And like I said, the instructions are very, very detailed and very good. So I was actually really surprised by that. So all the codes are there. Instruction manuals are there. Everything you need is in the kit itself. So those are all very big positives for me. Everything was there. I was able to install it. I was able to physically program it, and I'm pretty happy with that. And like I said, if I can do it, I believe you guys can too. So with the videos and all the instructions, you should be able to get it done. Those are all positives. Price point, again, definitely a positive at $49.99 right now with that 15% coupon. I will leave you links for everything in the description, so check it out because I do have a few models. Like I said, if you just want the keypad, $34.99. That's a great price point for a keypad type deadbolt. $34, that's a great price point. $49, like I said, for this model with the fingerprint as well. And then if you want one with an app on your phone that you can physically open the door with your app and a few other features, that's $99. That one's really cool. I was thinking about that, but $100 compared to just $50, I really wanted to try this one out and see if it was kind of the budget-friendly model, and I really think it is. Really cool. I'm happy with it. No real big thing for me to have the app, but it would be nice, but the $50 special is working for me. So it has 3 colors as well. Like I said, that matte black, bronze, and satin nickel. Very, very cool. It has all the way to accessorize it for what your needs are. And so very cool there as well. Definitely a positive. I think that's about it for positives. Like I said, easy installation. So far, so good with the build, and easy programming as well. All right, there are some negatives that I want to kind of get into. So the biggest thing on the negatives on the reviews that I looked at was the battery life. There's nowhere that I see anywhere where it tells you how often you should change those batteries, which is kind of a concern because one review I read said it only lasted 2 months and the batteries died. So depending on how much you're using this or how much you're opening door, closing your door, using everything, you know, it could die in 2 months. I can see that happening. I would really like to see the batteries last for my situation, which it is going to get used about every day. 6 months. I would really love to see 4 to 6 months. That would be really, really good. And so I will leave an update comment somewhere in the future to see how long the first initial batteries last. But we will see. And so that's a big concern. There's nowhere in the instructions where I saw how long the batteries will last for you. So when the batteries do stop, everything stops working except for your key, your physical key. That it does come with 2 keys. Your physical keys will open the lock, but you have to make sure you have those with you or somewhere around that you can get to. And so that's the only way you'll be able to open that deadbolt is with the physical key. And nothing, the keypad and nothing, that kind of stuff will not work when the batteries aren't working, of course. So, but I'm hoping for 4 to 6 months. I would be happy with that. I think that's pretty legit battery life for something that's getting used every day and physically having to turn a bolt and all that kind of stuff. So, but 2 months is probably a little bit lacking for me for battery life, but we will see. I will leave you an update. So I think that's kind of a negative. Also, I looked this. You have your warranty card, but there's no telling you how long the warranty is exactly. So you have to physically go there to activate your warranty. And so I'll probably do that later, but I haven't done that. It would be nice to just say, yes, it's a year warranty, 30 days, 60 days, 3 months, whatever. I would wonder how long the warranty is. I haven't seen that yet. We'll find out in the future. Also, the IP54 rating, that's going to be affecting a lot of people because most people's doors, in my opinion, probably aren't protected from the weather very well. And so mine, I actually have a glass door that closes first and then my door is behind it. And so it's protected from the weather. But the IP54 is only protecting you from dust and splash of water, which does not include rain. So rain will cause this to probably defect. So you got to know that it cannot take constant water or rain. So your door cannot be in the rain with this device. So that's going to be a downfall for some people out there for sure, that it's not rated higher on the IP protection for weather out there. So just something to keep in there. Definitely a negative. Cannot take rain. All right. I really don't have any other negatives. Like so far so good. Like I said, installation good, operation was good, programming was good. Everything's working just the way I like it, and it was only $50. So in my opinion, DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, this is a very cool product at a great price. I think everybody should at least check it out, give it a try, especially if you even picked up the keypad model at $34. Like I said, you spend just a little bit more at $49. You get the fingerprint and the keypad, working really good, easy to install. Definitely a product that I would recommend. I did purchase this myself with my own money, so you're getting a good review and an honest review as well. That, you know, I just think it's a cool product, and as long as the battery lasts pretty decently for me, it's going to continue to grow on my very cool item list. So thank you so much for tuning in. It's been DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. This has been the TEEHO model TE002 digital fingerprint keypad deadbolt. And thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you really soon on my next video or tutorial.